Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, right now we're already on the screen, A350, so just start it. You can start chatting.
Are we starting soon?
Sorry? Yeah, it started red. No. A350. Come on. Let's start now. We've already started on the main commentating screen.
Yeah, but we are still waiting for the stream. Like, tell me once the starting soon screen ends and we are like.
It's not on the starting screen.
Why?
Alright, fine. I'll put it back.
Yeah, we're back.
Alright. Go. Or I'll say this intro if you want. I'm already on the
Yeah,
Okay. Yes? A350. We're on commentating. Come on. We're gonna do the intro.
yeah, we are going to the intro. Yes, to the intro.
Yeah, I am to the intro. The stream has a delay, mate.
Just tell me once I have to start commentating, okay?
Now.
Okay.
When I say now, I mean now. Like, right this very second. Yes? Right, hello everybody to the Czech Grand Prix here at PA SimRacing. About to get going for Q1 very soon. Gosh. Commentators for this Grand Prix, it's me streaming A350 and Pearls doing the commentary. We're here at Czechia. It's a very short pit lane. It's a very nice pit lane, I'd say. You have a very nice entry, quite wide, and the qualifying is about to get underway on the hard tyre.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Talk.
Me.
It hasn't
Yes.
started yet. Bro, chill. Hasn't started yet.
I know.
Well, he's already streaming it, so I'm right now talking.
Oh.
Yeah, but you weren't talking.
Well,
A350.
You
I was talking.
You do the talking. Do the talking, A350.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, Sigma.
So, okay, Akibus, what do you think should we expect here today in the qualifying section from drivers?
Personally, I think from qualifying, we're gonna see something interesting. I think I'm not really dubbed in for who's gonna be great here at Czechia, but look, it's lights out for qualifying. Personally, who do you think's gonna get pole A350?
Well, in my opinion, it's gonna go to the current championship leader, which is Fax. Honestly,
Yeah.
he is a pretty quick driver, as he just proved in last time in Azerbaijan. So my bets are on him. But also, don't forget that we have other drivers such as YSI, who's also pretty fast overall in PA. But we have to find out, as we are right now watching the current championship leader, Fax, who's out on track, one of the 9 drivers.
Now here's my question,
in a Red Bull.
YSI is on the form of his life currently in qualifying. But in race pace, he's not been as consistent. Thax has been the very consistent one in race pace. So I think we might see a Wyside pole position, but we might see Thax get his way onto another win. Or we might see Alan as well. Alan winning the opening race of the season too. So I'll take you on the lap with championship leader Thax going
What is it
through
here?
turn 4. Of course, on the hard tyres, it's quite hard to do this. So grip here, it's very reliant on grip, and of course Thax is looking to struggle a little bit. But here we go. Up the hill, the only DRS zone of the track. You want to try and get that DRS open nice and early. And for him, that's a 32.4, which is a decent first sector. Nowhere near where you exactly want to be properly, but it's still a nice first sector on the hard compound tyres, on the white ring tyres. So you don't really want to get over that curb. It's not very nice, but here we go. Into that last of the corner. It's very hard. You'll try and get your foot down in third, up to fourth, and try and get at least up to sixth gear to the end of this lap. Ideally, you're looking for, decent time, a 109. This is technically a 108.9. And that should actually get Thax through into Q2, most likely.
Yes, as of course in qualifying, there has to be a knockout time, so time where drivers has to meet to get through into the next part of qualifying. And in Czechia, I believe that's going to be 1 minute 7, somewhere around that. So drivers will have to push, of course. Right now they're on hard compound tires, so we won't be able to see them pulling out those times yet. Soon they will, as of course the qualifying rules. You have the chance to go on soft a couple of minutes before the end of qualifying. So let's look at the standings so far in qualifying. Thax is on P1, 1 minute 8.9, followed by Matt 3.5, 1 minute 7. In third got one of the Williams drivers of Chiamar, 1 minute 10.3, and then we got Ozzy in fourth, Altis in fifth, and then we got the drivers without the laps. So we just have to wait a couple of more moments, and possibly we'll see new lap time set. So yeah, so far it's looking good for Red Bull Thax, though the qualifying's not over. Still got 6 minutes to go. Everything can happen. Let's look at it's also from no drivers with current hot laps. So now we can wait until someone starts one. But here is Alan now in the Montana starting his lap. And there was a pretty good exit there from turn 1. And now up to turn 3 comes to gather wide. And not to let the exit unless you invalidate your dive. And now the quick left and right. I think he went too wide there.
That looks a little wide for Alan there. Out the exit, I think turn 6 that is. Of course.
Yeah, I was pretty quiet. Yeah, that is invalidation from Alan.
Alan probably is going to want to respawn now, because we only have 15 seconds left of these hard tyre runs until mediums are allowed, and you ideally want to get at least a medium run in first.
Yeah, so okay, just be right back, everyone. Actually, we'll remove the tire graphic. It's on the screen. Oh, actually, sorry, my bad. Anyway, let's move on. Still 7 drivers for the laps, Altis being the last one of them, 1:21.5 and 4. And like Akibo said, soon the drivers will be able to start on mediums, as they do now, actually.
Yeah, it's past 5 minutes.
I see already a couple of drivers on mediums, so it's, well, for sure we'll have faster times. Let's see who will be with the fastest. Thax is right now out on track. We're right now still watching Alan. This time he's on mediums.
A350.
Sector 1.
Here's
Yeah.
my question. Okay. Is Weissler going to attend? Because right now he's not here, and that might be a little bit of a problem. Coming to the race will be
I
probably
think
a pit
Wise
lane.
is gonna join either exactly before the race starts or don't join.
Okay.
Because this isn't the first time he has missed Q1.
Anyway,
Yeah.
here we go. So, Alan, going for his lap
So-
in the Alpine. It's going to be into 4th gear through turn 1, trying to get as close to that barrier, but not hit it as possible. Up the hill, through the little sort of chicane areas, and you want to try and cut the corner a little bit, go onto the grass, and out. You have a little chicane, but it's not really going to make too much difference. Just try and keep on the curbs through there. Going to go here, up into about 7th gear, shift down to 6th, and that's out the track limits, and that isn't going to be a valid lap for Alan. That's going to be invalidated, because that was a little bit too wide
Again.
out of that large part. And let's see what Alan's done. It is invalid. It's not going to be allowed.
Let's look at Altus, shall we? Just for a second, because he's right now on a hot lap. He sets a personal best.
Thax is on a hot lap now. Thax is going for his medium run lap. He was a little bit late.
Let's look at P3. Let's look at P3 because he has fastest 2 sectors. Here it is.
Let's see what. Yeah, it's a 31 and a 10. He's ideally going to go into the 107s through here. It's only a 108.8. He lost a lot of time in that last sector. And Matt goes top.
P1.
But here we go, Thax here. Thax has set a purple sector on a 31.5. It's very, very good. Very quick, especially on these medium compound tyres too. In the middle sector, it's not purple. It's only a 10.0. You want to be about 2 tenths quicker than that, really. He's going on the curb. That might hamper his time a little bit. Ideally, you want to be in the low 26s, possibly high 25s. He goes on the bump. He's keeping it very nice and he's neat. Down to 3rd. He's going to try and sprint from 3rd all the way to the start-finish line. So he goes on the curb all the way into 107.7. Quite a nice time. Now, softs are allowed, just as Thax sets his time. And here we go. This is going to be Alan's last chance to get into Q3. Because...
yeah, he hasn't set a valid lap time at all.
That's not looking great.
Yeah, so, 1.5 minutes to go. Software should be permitted now, and now we finally see the 1 minute 7, as we already do with Fax in P1. This is right now also out on track.
Of course, knockout.
As we are right now watching, Alan once again. He is on out lap. Alan already had 2 hot laps so far. All of them were invalidated, sadly, due to a track invalidation.
But here we go, on to a lap with Alan. You want to cut that little last chicane, try and carry as much speed up into 7th, probably before the line, and get into 8th before turn 1. Again, down into 4th, normally before turn 1. Try and miss that barrier just at the entrance of turn 2. You're going through up into turn... ooh, that's not a bump that you want to be getting. A lot of reovers here. That shouldn't be a corner cut, though. Alright, through into this next sort of left-right sort of area. He's going to try and keep it through. That's in track limits. I think he's being very careful on this lap. Doesn't need to go too quickly. Lots of people aren't setting outstanding times. So here we go to the end of sector 1. It's invalid. And that's Alan's qualifying done.
Yes, another invalidation from
But it
Alan.
should be a hot lap for Thax
It's kind
now.
of worrying. Yeah, let's look at Thax now.
In the
He's
black
out the
bison.
track.
He's going to be going wide on the entrance there. That might be a corner cut, it might not. He's already topped the session by over a second. And Weissler hasn't attended yet, which is an interesting thing. This might be an easy one to him. He's got a little bit wide there, but I don't think that should be track limits. Into 5th and then up the hill, get the DRS nice and open, nice and quickly. Hello, Vikal.
There is an issue with the Discord stream, I think.
Okay. Let's see.
It's going a bit slow. Yeah.
There's
it's
no
at 4
buffering.
minutes. Q1 is already... yeah, but check the Discord stream. It's like 4 minutes behind.
That should be fine though till the end. It's not.
Will it be though?
It's not 4 minutes behind. It's only like 30 seconds. Don't worry. Alright, here we go. So with Thax...
oh, the Discord stream, not the YouTube. Alright.
Thax going a 10.0 in sector 2. It's not very quick. You can go a lot quicker, but here we go to the line. It's a 107.1.
Just a bit.
That's only about 3 tenths off the world record. Here you go, that's Emin. He's gone up to 5th. That's going to be Alan out of qualifying, just about. Actually, no, will Alan get into Q2? Because technically he's 9th, but he's not set a lap time.
So,
Lightning. Lightning, he's on a lap. He's going rather nicely. He should be able to go up and improve. Probably to 3rd, it looks like. Fast driver approaches the line. Where does he put the car? Up to 3rd. 108.615. Alright, that's the end of Q1.
And soon we should be able to see green flag of second half qualifying. Fax, Matt, Free, Lightning, Non-Socko, just Maxi.
Alex, I got a question. Is it going to be Alan or Milo through to Q2? Because technically both of those didn't set times. There's only one other space left.
It's 8. It's the top 8.
Oh, okay, so you've changed it slightly. Alright. So that's Alan, who won the opening race in Australia. He's out. He's been doing solidly in qualifying this time round, but nowhere near as good this time. So here we go.
But anyway, green flag's out, and we are on the way for the second half qualifying. Let's see who's going to be on pole position here in Czechia, as we are right now waiting for first onboard views for the drivers. And like I said at the beginning of the stream, in my opinion, the favorites to be on pole position is Fax, as he just demonstrated his pace on softs in Q1, almost reaching the high 1 mid-6. But that was just on Q1. Let's see how we perform in Q2. But also there is Matt, who's also pretty much quick. And we have the first drivers to look at. Right now watching Aussie. Aussie's improved up to Q2 after being top 6. Let's see where will he finish for Fiodon. We got also just Maxi, Matt, MM, and Lightning. So all the 5 drivers are out on track.
A350. I predicted pole position to be a 107.3, or roughly around there. And in Q1, Thax has already put that to shame with a 107.1. So, bring that up, okay? The track record around here is a 106.8 set by Hayas. And, you know, very, very quick time. Do you think we could see possibly a new track record set by Thax this qualifying?
Well, I'm gonna say nothing is impossible. I mean, of course, Fax is a great driver. He could go for that, but we are talking about a world record, something that no one has ever done before he also. It's gonna be a difficult challenge for Fax to get the new world record, especially with the current car. I mean, of course, it's gonna be equal cars, but still, it's gonna be a little bit tricky. But if he just focuses on having a fast lap without invalidating, then who knows, maybe.
Matt 35, promoted to the Ferrari, goes up to provisional pole with a 108.2. But Thax is now just going for his lap. Carries a lot of speed into turn 1, nearly misses the barrier just about. Into turn 2, he goes up the hill, just around the corner, nice and wide, cuts to the corner, over the grass, but that's going to still be valid. Over the chicane sort of areas. Oh no, it's not! He's invalidated his lap, so Thax having incredible form in Q1, slightly pushing a little bit too far over the boundaries, possibly. He's going to get about 2 more laps in, if he does it correctly. But it's not going to be great for Thax if it is. So who's going quickly right now? It's just Maxi in that other Ferrari. right behind Aussie. Aussie should give way to him, I think. I don't think Aussie's on a quick lap. So here we go. Through into Sector 2. That's a 10.1. He's looking just on par, a little bit quicker than his teammates, Matt 35, in that other Ferrari. So he goes across, down into about third gear, and then after it's a sprint up to the line, try and catch a little bit of the grass, and then over that little chicane area. And he goes to the line, it's a 108.5.
And that's
he
only
lost a lot of
P2.
time in that last sector.
Yeah, so Pete for just Maxi, but let's look at Altus for a second. He's right.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, or maybe but
Yeah.
let's
Altus, I
look
don't
at
think
Altus,
he's
who's
on a quick
who's
lap.
like Alt.
Who's
Yeah,
on a quick
so
lap right
let's.
now? Emin,
No, one,
Emin, I
I
think, is
think.
possibly on a quick
Oh yeah,
lap.
No.
Emin is going to go onto a lap now. So Emin onto a hot lap, across that little area. You get a lot more speed by cutting that chicane. And now onto the hot lap, he's going to go down to about 4th. He's gone a bit wide through there, but he's going to get a nice exit of the corner. You sometimes like it to slide a bit. Again, try and keep it nice and wide and turn it into the corner like a jolt. He's got Thax right behind him for this last thing, so here we go. Through, he's going to keep it nice within the track bounds. Going to be going down to about 5th, possibly, and then up the hill. Where's that Thax behind? Thax not setting another lap, struggling. So let's carry on looking at the Williams driver. Yeah, Emin. In Sector 2. Although Emin had an invalid Sector 1, that's interesting, but still carrying on with the rest of the lap, that's a very interesting type of idea to do.
Well, let's look for a second for Matt, as he is also starting his lap.
Yeah.
He's currently in P1, and
Yeah.
we're gonna be surprised if Paul Sitter has a 1:08 as his time.
Yeah.
So
That's topping Q2 with a 107. So a 108.2 for a Q1 for a Q2 pole time would be quite interesting. But here we go. Through that to the chicane area, keeping it nice and wide onto the green, and then after through this nice chicane, we'll try and slightly cut the corner, get into 6th gear, then up into 7th again through there, down to 5th through this next corner. Oh, and I think that's track limits. And Max outdone himself, but Maxi is on a lap still. Maxi is going to go and get a lap in. After we can have a look at Thax. Where does Maxi put it on the Sector 1? It's a 31.8. Not a bad split. Oh, and he flips!
Oh, it's a flip!
Just over. Just clips that curb. It's a very dangerous curb, you know.
Let's look at Fax. Let's look at Fax again. He's starting his lap, so
onto his lap.
let's
Who's
see.
that? It's Altus, who's slightly blocking him, I think, but he's also on a quick lap. Oh, he's gone a bit wide. And I think he should be obliged to let Thax through there, and he has. Here you go, Thax swinging it into
I
that
think I was
corner.
too. No,
Oh, and Lightning goes
Lightning
goes ahead of Maxi in the Haas. Very interesting. The junior team driver outperforming the main team driver. Oh, and it's wide, and that's it for Thax.
Yeah, in fact, going wide.
That's it for Thax in
let's see.
qualifying.
I think it was over. Yeah,
And
it's
that is
over.
it. And Thax can't set another
Yeah,
lap.
it's done.
Thax looking an absolute favourite for pole.
Let's look at Nons. Let's look at Williams in P7. He's
Yeah.
also about to end his lap.
Here we go.
Here he is.
To the
The
line.
Williams driver about to
here.
cross the line. It's up to
P4.
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 Had
And
a brilliant
well,
last
it's
sector,
gonna-
but very disappointing.
Let's not
qualifying
count out
for
just
Thax.
Maxi.
Thax, that
Yeah,
lap
just
is not going to
Maxi's
be allowed that you're
is
about
also-
to go on. He's just doing this all for the fun, showing what he could have done. He's going to be probably a little bit more cautious on this lap, still going nice and wide into that turn 4.
That's what Maxi passed the second sector. Maxi passed the second sector.
Max,
Yes,
what?
P3.
Here we go. So
Maxi
Maxi,
passed
he's
the
got the
second
fastest
sector.
at a
The Ferrari
9.9.
driver.
That's not exactly lightning pace, but he might be able to go and get past Matt now with that nice second sector. You go across. Ooh, slightly cut the chicane. Is that going to be valid? To the line?
Is it gonna be valid?
pole!
Across the line, and it's gone pole. Ooh.
Wow.
By 0.2 of a second, just Maxi's on pole position.
Disappointing.
I don't see Max.
Disappointment for Thax.
Yeah.
Joyfulness for Ferrari. It's an amazing feat for them.
A final lap wonder. Wow.
Yeah. Front row lockout for Ferrari. And that's only the second ever front row lockout that a team has had since, I believe it was Zandvoort last season with the Alpines. So Ferrari getting another front row lockout and spoiling an amazing qualifying for Thax it was shaping up to be.
Yeah.
But Thax
just couldn't get a lap
Thax was pushing too hard, you know. He was just going over the limit. You saw him. He was just trying to push the car to its absolute limit, trying to get the best time in. As I was saying, trying to get that lap record, you know, but failing to do so just there.
Mm-hmm.
So that brings us to the end of the qualifying session, which was, well, somewhat exciting, of course. Fax not being on pole position is somewhat unusual. Just maxing on pole position after pulling out a, well, like we do in basketball, buzzer pole position out of his own teammate. So something that we haven't seen like Zandvoort. But now let's move on to the main events. To the race, as now we can see a couple of drivers out on track, such as just Maxi and MM, and also Altus, and no, actually no, I was supposed to say Fax, but he's just in the pit. So, Pearls, what do you think? Who's gonna be your pick for the race?
At first, it was either gonna be Tax or Wi-Fi, but obviously Wi-Fi's in here, and then Tax had a upsetting Q2. Race pace wise, I still think Tax can get a good position, but right now Ferraris with the front row lockout, it seems to be in their way for this race. But yeah, don't count out Tax for this one.
Yeah, I'm also gonna keep Fax in mind, as he is not. Remember, he's starting 8th. Not last, so he's up there. So for my pick, I'm gonna Pax or just Maxi. Those two for me are look like those favorite ones, those that have more chances of winning Grand Prix. But without further ado, we have everyone on grid. No, we don't. We're still waiting for 3 drivers. Or either they are. Yeah, there you go. Lightning is also now going backwards to line up on the grids. We've got P4 still in the pits. We've got Fax still in the pits. Vitkal is back. So that's also good. Okie dokie.
This is gonna be an interesting race after an interesting quali.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Shall we see the? Oh, and talking about interesting,
there we go.
It's already raining. So now what's the question? Will the drivers pit? Oh, there you go. Already just Maxi in the pits again. Yeah, we can see the pro tip for the drivers to go into pits, into the inters. Well, looks like the nature has the perfect timing for especially for Grand Prix. So now all the drivers will respawn and go for inters, but I wonder if the rain is gonna be. Is the rain gonna stay for inters, or maybe it's gonna go so much big? It's gonna go for full west.
A350. I was gonna come in with all my lovely soft pit window, medium pit window, everything like that, and it's absolutely spoiled it now because we're starting on intermediate tires.
Yeah.
So we will have to on roll, we have to predict these strategies for drivers. Well, how many laps do we have, lads? Again?
25.
25. So with the rain, should be like a... Wait, it depends how much rain we have.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, it's going to be set by our stewards, so... Well, it's going to be unpredictable, that's for sure. We don't know when the rain's going to end. So... Here's insane, yeah.
Here's my thing, A350. Oh, that's Alan just pulling up to the line. Now, here's my part about this. It's a very fun track to drive in the rain, is Czechia. You have some lovely things. It's, of course, Autodrom Most. but you also have some very, very, very difficult parts, especially through Sector 2, short, but very, very quick. And when I mean very, very quick, you have a very specific area where you can pretty much crash your car into lots of little tiny pieces. So it's a dangerous track in the wet, a fun track in the wet, and any sort of little mistake going wide, anything like that, can give position to the other driver, because going wide here is actually one of the worst tracks to try and go wide in. So.
Yeah, so it's gonna be pretty fun in the first laps, but let's move on. I was about to say that we are starting the race, but we are still waiting for one driver.
Waiting for Lightning.
30 seconds to line up. Come on, mate. Chop, chop.
If you don't go in 30 seconds, you're eliminated. If you don't go 30 seconds, you're eliminated. That's it.
Yeah.
Come on, get in place. Come on.
Come on, you can do it. There you go. That's more like it. All right. Any moment soon.
Yeah.
Let's go racing.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's wait for the lights to come out for round 4 of SimRacing.
Racing is 5 lights away. Here we go.
Yeah. I can't see the lights. So
I'll let you do the honors.
Yeah, I
can't
see them. And they're off.
We're going.
Away we go. It's a good start from just Maxi. Same goes to his teammate. And up to turn 1 they go. It's still Ferrari 1-2, but out of nowhere is Fax already side by side with Lightning and Matt.
Well, Alan too.
Turn 3
Alan
and
all the
4.
way from last. He's now made up a few positions. He's in the top 5, and he's probably looking to try and challenge.
Yes, it's gonna be
big
also a bit of lose control from just Maxi.
And who is that?
It seems.
Maxi staying still in the lead, but here is his teammate Mats is also very close to taking the race away from him. But now into second sector, no one spinning, no one flipping. That's good news.
That's Alan up to 3rd.
So
interesting.
Alan up to 3rd. Lots of drivers improving. Oh, that was very wide from Lightning.
Manages now up to P2, fighting with the Ferrari. Just 4 tenths behind.
Like I said, do not rule out Fax. He's still in a contention for the lead.
I mean, Fax
he
got to
proves
2nd,
it
all the way from 8th. The 2 championship contenders looking very quick, but yeah.
Yeah, let's went into lap 2 now.
Oh, Matt!
What's so crazy?
Matt takes back P2, just side by side here.
Yeah, what's so crazy already is the gap between 6th and 5th is already 4 seconds. So we have already divided this grid to 2 teams. Team 1, which is top 5, and Team 2, which is the rest of the grid. Anyway, heading into turn 4, and it looks like it's Matt in the lead, but also is Alan. Alan's also there.
Fax looking in the lead now.
Yeah, Alan, Fax, everyone, almost everyone. What happened to Maxi? Maxi chopped down 4 positions, he's already down to 5th.
What happened?
Maybe a mistake, obvious mistake, maybe not a slowdown, but we have to find out. As Fax now is in the lead of the Czech Grand Prix, like I said already, from 8th to 1st.
But Matt's found some pace, and he's already got back up to Fax.
Yeah, Matt is also free. Matt is staying in 2nd. He's pretty close to Fax. 2 tenths of a second. His teammate, just Maxi, with a corner cut slowdown, and he's gonna drop down to 5th. No, I think to 5th.
He's going down.
So he's gonna stay in the position.
Probably a bit further than that. No, he's 5th, but yeah, not great.
Yeah, 5th. So.
But Matt, it looks like a battle between these 2. Look how much these 2 drivers have dropped the rest of the pack. You got Max, Thax, and you got Matt, and you got Alan 4 seconds away, and he's now got a corner cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, plus it's raining, so chaos is guaranteed.
Yes.
Anyway, heading into the second sector,
so it's above 30%. We know that for sure. So it's not just light rain. It's rather damp out here. Because the DRS hasn't been enabled, it's not in the 20s.
Let's look at Maxi for a second, as he is fighting with Lightning for 3rd. Maxi trying to climb up the leaderboard all the way back into the contention for the lead. Here is Maxi, rounding outside. Oh, Maxi trying everything to overtake the Haas driver, which he does.
Ferrari
but
getting
it's
through the
close.
customer.
It's still side by side. That
It's
is
close.
that's an epic
They're
battle
gonna
from
race to the line.
Maxi to the line. They go, and it's Maxi up to third.
And
That was a
Maxi to
brilliant
turn one
battle
as well.
between
Yeah.
those two. Let's
Lightning's gonna have a good fight though.
Yeah, Lightning's trying to get back into third. He just lost position. He is within the DRS range, but since we're in the rain and we are about 30%, we don't have DRS. Lightning goes a little bit wider. No slowdown, luckily. Matt has the fastest lap as of lap 4. Fax is still away from him. So far, one battle between
Alan's
Lightning.
really
Alan's
struggling.
also.
Yeah.
Alan is. You see, he looked very quick overall in Australia. He looked quick in qualifying in the dry, but here he's just not got it. He's dropped back 8 seconds. He's got lots of corner cuts, and he's not looking. He's got a lot of confidence in the rain either.
Yeah, he's trying to follow the Haas and Ferrari, but he's just struggling right now.
Yeah, Alan is. Yeah, I agree with you guys. He is not in the shape that we used to see him as he goes wide into turn 1. He won an opener from Fax and TX8, and now he's just struggling to keep up with the rest of the grid. So, still anything can happen if the weather changes. We could see a different shot. We can see, well, maybe a redemption or a comeback for Alan. As we move into lap 5, the gap between Fax and Matt is just increasing. Right now it's 2.2 seconds.
He is
so
just
Matt
absolutely speeding away. He has the fast lap. He's the fastest first sector. Matt's gone a little bit quicker in that second sector, so he might be clawing it a bit back. But Fax didn't seem to be very strong on that middle sector through qualifying at all. You know, he was setting.
Yeah, let's look at Alan.
Yeah.
Let's look at Alan now, as he's now battling with Lightning for 4th. Oh, we're just talking about struggling with the grid. Well, he's not struggling at all. He just overtook Lightning, and he's up to 4th.
Yeah.
So, what was it?
Looking just to be adapting to the conditions, but he's dropped back a 10th on Thax. Still. Oh, but what's that? Matt has the lead.
Oh,
what's happened to Thax? Did Thax get a corner cut? I think he might
probably
have.
a slowdown. Yeah.
Oh, but Matt's got no. Matt hasn't got a slowdown. Sorry, that was just a glitch with it. Let's see. At the end of sector 1, we'll see what's actually happened to Thax. Did he get a corner cut? Yes, he did. He did get a slowdown, and that's Matt in the lead in that Ferrari, in that scarlet red machine. He's got a nice, lovely car. It is a beautiful looking car, and he's got ahead of that Black Bison.
Well, so this is how the turntables. Matt is in the lead, but let's not rule out Fax. He's still behind him. He's still
what's that?
on his rear trying.
No. Just a small glitch.
Okay, just a glitch.
Thax has got ahead though.
Yeah.
Yes.
But barely. He's got a lot more
side.
grip still. Matt having a lot more grip. Has he been conserving his tyres for the first few laps? And he's now just deployed all of his tyre grip now. On to lap 7, end of lap 6, he's got a lot of grip. It seems like Thax might have pushed his tyres a little bit too hard in those first few laps. And now the grip is coming over to Matt in that Ferruccia.
Yeah, Matt. He started second. He was neutrally in second, battling with his teammate, and now he's in the lead of the race. So it's going so far so good. He has to defend now from Fax.
1-3 for Ferrari, double podium, but that's Alan clawing a little bit back on just Maxi in the Alpine. He's looking rather strong.
Well, I mean, in my opinion, not so strong. Not strong that he's actually gaining into Maxi pretty massively. He's maybe catching up slowly. Maybe he's just even preserving the grip, like you said. Maybe he's just preserving the grip for later, so that when the time comes, he can go full push and easy overtakes because the
Let's have a
cars in
look
front
at
of
the
him don't
lead.
have grip. But look at Pax.
Yeah,
As
Thax
he is
getting ahead of
back
Matt,
into the
but only by
lead.
about 2/10, and they're still very close. Of course, Thax, he seems to be the more precise driver, the driver that's just the best overall. But Matt seems to have the most grip. He's just keeping that car stuck to the road, and he's able... Ooh, is that corner cut? No, it's not. He's been very clean today, Matt, as well. He's managed to keep the car within all the track bounds and not be rebutted for any of those sorts of ideas.
But keep... Oh, and no, I thought the rain's over, but... Keep
Who's
in
that?
mind, we have rain so far. We don't know if it's going to stop.
Now, it looks like Maxi
If-
has pulled away a little bit from Alan. Of course, Alan's last Sector 1 was a 34-0. And, let's see, Maxi's last Sector 1 was a 34-1. So, actually, he is like getting... Oh, what's happened to Matt? Matt's dropped back a lot, and he's under pressure from his teammate. Oh, and that's a big bump for him too. He keeps it under control though,
Bit of
and
a
he's
jump.
kept it nice. He's probably made a little bit of corner cut going through this last corner, and through the last chicane, still kept P2. So it still looks like a double
you
podium
can see
for
just Maxi just
Ferrugia.
behind.
Oh, and now it's a question: will just Maxi be in a battle with his teammate? Of course, no team orders taking place in overall in the season so far, so it's gonna be battle all out for teammates for both of them. Just something happened. The gap so far is somewhere around seconds. No DRS, remember, so only the grip and DRS.
And the grip is getting better, it seems. Drivers are setting personal best Sector 1s. Thax, Matt, and Lightning all going faster in the Sector 1. It seems like the rain is decreasing. And if we do go and have a little look at the weather forecast here, it should last about 8 minutes of rain, but it should be decreasing every little bit. It looks like Track Evolution should just be going and making the rain a little bit less overall.
Yeah, so rain ending in 8 minutes. That's good. I mean, good news. We will have a dry race until the end, but of course, it's going to be very intense once the rain stops, because the drivers will have to get the feeling of when is it enough for inters and when is it dry enough for slicks. Because if they go too early, they'll just lose control on slicks. But if they go too late, well, they'll lose so much time, and it's going to be really bad for them.
Of course, here in Czechia, you have a rather short pit lane. Because of that, you only get about a 17-second average pit loss. So it would be beneficial for almost every single driver to go and box onto the soft tyres when it's time to, because they're going to make up a lot of time and they're not going to lose a lot of time from the pits. On average, you're probably going to be losing... Oh, that's a little bit of a slide from Zach's out, but it's fine. If you're going to be, on average, losing about 2 seconds a lap or so, you're going to be caught up to in a matter of, 10 laps or so? A little bit less, actually. So, really, it's going to be important to box onto the right tyres on the right time, if so. Now it looks like Matt seems to be a little bit under pressure from his teammate in that other Toro Ferrugia. Of course, about 2 seconds separated apart, and this field has decided to spread out quite a bit. Now, Altus, I think he's been lapped now, or nearly. Yeah, nearly lapped.
No, about to. No, about to.
About to. Yeah.
It's actually, but also it's not so good of attendance. Let's just agree on that. It's just 9 drivers racing compared to, like, we had once 18 drivers.
Yeah.
It's just.
Oh, and
it's
that's
just like unpredictable. Oh,
what was that?
Oh, that was that? I don't think that was accidental. I mean, it looked like he was waving for me, like if he was used to warm up tires. But I mean, there's no need for warming up tires. These tires are already warm. Maybe he said, and
that's
here,
the McLaren of Altus. He's probably had a little moment on the exit of that corner.
And that's already 1 car lapped. The next guy is decently far away from pack, so we shouldn't expect any blue flags soon. As I'm right now watching, Matt and Maxi are in a safe distance between each other. No difference, no overtakings. It remains the same. Alan and Lightning are also separated by a bit of a time. So so far no battles, but anything could happen, especially if you mess up and you spin or flip like we saw
Matt, he looks like
Maxi. No,
the
it
corner
was
car
Matt.
in that turn 1. Or in sector 1, sorry. I think that's Thax. Oh, that's another slide from him!
Fax,
Another slide from
and
Thax.
so weirdly, oddly, in the same place.
Exact same place, and he's
Like,
looking.
again.
He looks to be losing more
Yeah, I
grip.
just saw it
Is
again.
it time to box? Is it time to box new tires here? Because he's looking in the exact same place, not to have that much grip.
Though, if new tires, I don't think slicks. It's still raining, so I don't think it's actually worth it hitting now, because in 3 minutes the rain's gonna be over. It's gonna be loss of time. As I think Matt had a slowdown. No, that was just my visual thing. But he's still 5 seconds ahead of his teammate, so it's still same as it was. Maxi now. No, sorry, Matt.
Your
Matt's struggling
drivers are
with.
getting caught up at the back of the field. That's Matt lapping Altus.
Lapping Altus, yeah.
Yeah, here we
No.
go.
Yeah, a little bit trouble, but
Now here's the question: is Thax going to make the same little problem 3 laps in a row? He's going.
Yeah, we're
through.
approaching
See?
the corner now.
Is he going to make?
No.
No. He's learned it.
no, okay.
He's got it under
Doesn't.
control,
So-
and that looks to be good for him.
Yeah, so good news. He is not going to die. He is safe. Matt is 8 seconds. I think the gap is just remaining the same. Like it's 8 seconds all the time. Could have been actually 7 seconds, but yeah, Matt so far not looking to catch up to Fax. It's going to stay, but possibly.
We have
Why
agency.
not
We have
another-
12
Ooh.
more laps. We have 12 more laps, A350.
Yeah.
And
I was
that
about
to
means
say
anything
that-
could happen.
And well, for example, Alan is catching up to Maxi.
Yeah.
So
getting close.
this is a proof of
Yep,
anything
2
can happen.
seconds away.
He's just 2 seconds away. It
The
could
Alpine
happen.
man,
No,
he got a podium, I believe, last time out in Baku, but had some problems. It was Sachs again winning indomitably there, ahead of Whiteside, ahead of Alan. And this time, Alan is looking to try and claim the other podium, possibly try and catch back up to Sachs for the lead. It's going to be quite a big task to do, but it's not impossible. Now,
yeah,
Alan's
Alan
last
is on
sector
the
one,
charge again.
it was a 34.8. Sax's was a
Yeah, he's catching up.
37.0.
Yeah, so Alan once again looking promising. His last
Oh, that's a
outing
bit of a
was
slide.
That's the slide
From
there
Thax.
and onto the line. I mean, still, he's lost a bit of seconds though. Now the gap 6 seconds. It was
Yeah.
8 earlier.
It was. Thax, is he losing his dominance over the top of the pack? He's still taking all of those lovely lines, flicking the car in. The tyre wear might be kicking in, and is it time for people to box?
Oh, look at Alan Maxi real quick. The gap's closing enough.
Oh,
yeah,
Alan-
Alan's already on his
Yeah.
a little bit
charge.
of a
Oh!
bump. He's gone a bit wide, but it's still
A
going
bit
to
of
be
a bump,
enough
but
to
yeah.
stay with Maxi. Of
The
course,
French
I don't
team and the
think it's gonna be
Italian
getting
team.
any drier anytime soon. I think this might be a full Inters race, and it might be a no-stop.
No, the
race.
rain
is
Stop.
literally
Here we go.
in 1
No
minute.
DRS enabled. It's nowhere near even 30% yet. So here we go.
It's fully
Down
tires and ERS. That's
to the
it.
chicane. He's kept it very nice and neat, but just not neat enough to get past Maxi yet. But he's gained. And let's see.
And
Who's that? It's
now
Matt.
out of nowhere,
Matt.
Matt.
Matt has lost all
That's
that
mad.
time.
Uh-oh.
And it
And-
looks like it
and
might
the
be
rain is
Alan
over.
up to second place.
And the
by
rain
end
is
of
over, yeah.
this.
And ladies and gentlemen, the rain is over, and now, like I said, it's a time
Yes.
the driver feelings. When is it?
Ticking down.
When's the perfect time for pits? Here is
Intermediates.
Alan.
It's not time to
Oh,
box
it's
yet. The rain
close.
stopped, but it's still rather wet. Thax
It's
out here in the
close,
lead by
Alan.
11 seconds. Is he
Alan
gonna
takes
keep
3.
this
Yeah.
out? And how long is this rain gonna last? Because it stopped raining, but that doesn't mean that it's dry enough to go onto dry tyres yet. Will be soon, but not yet. I personally think it will be time for soft tyres if they go onto these, but they'll have to really eke them out till the end.
Yeah,
Ideally,
definitely.
6 laps is what you want to be on those tyres for. Anywhere above that, it's a little bit hard, but anything on the medium tyres is a little bit too long to try those now. 9 laps, they're a bit of a meh tyre, don't give you much grip on the softs, but it's the only tyre that would be viable till the end of the race. Some might try and go on the medium to try and get some more grip when the other drivers are struggling out there. So let's see, what does Thax do? Gets a nice big bump on the exit of the corner. He's
Bit of a bump,
sliding
yeah.
around. Look at that, he's slithering around like a snake. Is he going to go on to the pits?
Alan.
No.
No, he's staying out.
Alan
right now,
he's got
sandwich
ahead of
between
both
2.
Ferraris in
Ooh,
P2. Oh,
a
look
bit of a
at that
bump.
slide. It really
Yikes.
looks like it's going to be time for dry tyres soon, but they're all staying
Dry
out.
tyres, yeah, but they're staying out. Alan right now sandwiched by 2 Ferraris right now.
Yeah.
And Matt 35 does get ahead.
Now Thax, he's pulled out a second to the rest of the field last lap.
And now
Let's
Thax
see,
is
he's
12
just
seconds
keeping it in
away from the rest of the grid, so it's... I don't think it's not enough for an overcut. I think it's going to still lose like 1-2 positions. But since all the 3 drivers are battling, the gap is going to increase. So who knows?
Alan takes that P2.
A through 50. I think it's time to box. None of these drivers are improving in these dry conditions. They're going significantly slower. And do you know what that means? A through 50. It means that dry tyres are going to be optimal.
Yeah.
So if Thax doesn't barrel to the pits now, it's going to be quite a big mistake. Where does he go? Not to the pits.
Yeah,
he's going to stay out.
Let's see.
But let's see what these 3 drivers do, though.
I mean, yes, the tyres are old. These drivers are losing significant amounts of time. And let's see where these drivers go. Not to the pits. Where does Matt go? Not to the pits. All these drivers really risking out here.
They might be waiting for that soft stint because they are approaching it.
Probably just eking out these inters so they can push on those softs. Ideally, lap 19 is where you want to box onto. I think that these tyres look to be a little bit wrecked. And especially the fact that, you know, they're not improving. Normally you want to stay out on these wet tyres until you start improving. Then you want to box onto the dries because that's the ideal one that would give you a bit more grip. But it's a very interesting approach to go into these drivers. Really trying to go and eke it out. Oh, and that's a corner cut for Thax a little bit. He looks to be going there. If they don't box the dry tyres now, it's going to be a really big thing. If others pit onto the dry tyres this lap, they're going to probably get a big advantage. But this is all from me. I don't exactly... I'm not driving on these
now, will Thax come in? No, he's still staying out.
No one is...
Now, the 2 Ferraris and the Alpine still absolutely sliding it around out there. One of these drivers have to box. No.
And they're all staying out.
And who's that?
Oh, and that...
It's Maxi. Maxi gets a corner cut.
Oh, and well, that's now the battle is cut down to 2 people, and it's up, and actually,
it's a big slide.
Alan is having a very Gymkhana moment right now.
Well, it's drifting all over Czechia today. Alan staying out in 2nd place. But he has to watch out because Matt is also behind him. Well, I'm wondering when the hell will the drivers pit? It's 6 laps to go. And
and that's a corner cut for Thax. That's a penalty for Thax. Come on, guys.
That's going to cost him
your tyres are absolutely dead. You've only basically barely improved. Your best times were in the 33.9.
Yeah, he needs to pit
These drivers were going 2 seconds quicker in wetter conditions. It would be a very big shame for these drivers to just try and stick out on these inters until the rest of the race because it gives no grip. Look at that. Thax is staying out. You lose
Is
17
he
seconds in the
trying to-
pits.
Wow.
Is he?
Ooh, and
is
that's a
he
tap
trying
of
to
the
stay
wall.
Is
out?
Alan coming
It's
in
a
out?
tap of the wall for Alan.
No,
this
they're
really
also
is
staying
not
out.
looking like a very good situation for these drivers. It looks like it's just not dry enough to go on to the dry. Oh, and that's Maxi going
And
in.
Maxi's going
Maxi
in.
into the pits. He's going to have 5
So
laps till
softs
the
are
end
going
to
to be
try
crucial here.
and show his absolute talent. So here we go. He's going to lose about 17 seconds. But if he's going quick enough, he's going to catch up to the leaders, and this could be even a race win for him. If Thax and if Alan and if Matt don't box for new tyres at the end of the race.
Yeah, it's got those fresh tires now.
that's-
The super is going to come in.
Let's see the response. Let's see the response.
The
Facts
tyres
now.
seem to be coming
Ooh.
back to Thax now. He's losing a little bit through there. Tyres seem to be coming back a little bit though. Going into the 10 seconds. This is time for dries. Really it is.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
tyres
yeah.
are
I believe
improving,
it-
but that's only
yeah,
because
Fax
it's
is spinning
incredibly
this
dry
time.
conditions. So,
Yeah,
my
there's no
suggestion
other
to all
option.
these
Fax
drivers,
is-
all of the teams running the
That's
drivers,
the
don't
bit now.
box right now. But he's not.
Fax
Yes.
is staying
No,
out.
he's staying out.
I think
What
Thax
is
is going
going-
to try and
what
eat
is
these
Fax- what
tyres
is going
out
on
till
with
the
the
very
Red Bull
end.
team?
Okay, what about Alan? Alan is staying out.
And what's
So
that?
looks
Is
like-
what's Matt doing? Matt's staying out.
Only
Very,
the Ferrari
very
of
interesting
Maxi.
decision from these drivers.
Wait, Maxi's on Inters.
Max, oh, he boxed for another set of inters.
Oh, except
That's
for
a very
another
interesting
set.
So
decision.
looks like.
That's going to be losing
So-
a lot of time overall. Really.
Wait, so does that mean the track is still wet? If he pits for wet for Inters,
Looks
I
like
mean,
there might be a bit of standing
could I go
water.
It looks dry, but there
Yeah.
might be some wet spots.
yeah, I mean, strange. Someone goes for Inters even though it's not raining.
Who's that?
Alan
There's some
is
Aston
side by
Martin part sprinkled, and that's Aussie. Aussie is
Oh,
out.
and that's Aussie.
Oh, Aussie's out for the Grand Prix. Oh no.
That's
other-
not. No.
look at-
And looks like the drives are not good, as that's what Aussie says. So that is why the drivers are staying out. Looks like the track is still wet after a couple of after minutes, like 6
Yeah.
minutes
It is so.
after.
Yeah.
So, and we are actually complaining. Why aren't they pitting? Well, now we know why they're not pitting.
Now we know
Yeah.
why. Yeah.
It looks like it's not going to give enough
It's
grip.
a little
Dry, but
obviously.
the track is wet.
It's still obvious that it's
So here on the
it's still
next
wet,
lap.
even though it's sunshine.
It might
we
just be
have
these
to
drives
wait.
do have to go on the Inter till the end because it's drying out. And once we get to the DRS, it should be dry enough for dries, but it's a bit late to box now
Another
for
Gymkhana
tyres.
moment there for Alan.
Yeah. Getting very sideways.
Oh. Alan still, just the gap between Alan and Matt is staying the same. Looks like the drivers are still kind of struggling with their inters. Keep
Yeah.
in mind,
But
Fax,
Maxi
Alan,
Maxi
and
is
Matt.
gaining.
Yeah, Max is gaining, but because the reason is the top three is on 22 laps
year-old
old
Inters,
Inters.
yes. Right,
Yeah.
what's that sector one for Maxi?
Alt is also spinning.
Oh,
but
that's a,
anyway,
that's
Fax
a
is staying
penalty.
out.
He looks like he's just pushing a little bit too
Max is slowing
hard.
down.
All these drivers
So I
just
think we
staying out.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Stay out on the walls.
Stay out of the wall.
Right, here we go. So that's
Oh,
gone a
and
little
Matt
bit
just
wide.
why?
Oh,
Okay,
and that's
Matt. Okay, you didn't see that, but Matt just completely went off of the last turn and he literally hit
Ooh,
it, and he
that's a
is
very
now.
sideways moment for him. These tyres do not look like they're keeping very well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, look
I
at all
wonder
of
why.
that.
obviously. I wonder
That
why.
sideways motion is just looking like these tyres are dying now.
Yep.
Because they are freaking 22 years old. Oh, I was about
22
to
years old.
disconnect.
Yeah. Now here we go. Thanks.
Um,
He's looking.
Maxi.
He's again. He's
Yeah,
managed
Maxi
these
Can I get the-
tyres very well. Ah, you see,
It's
this is
oh,
the information that we didn't know. It's 36.
Ah, I see.
Ideally, the crossover. The crossover is
Oh.
about 23%. That's where you want to box onto the soft tyres. None of the drivers want to be on the softs. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're staying out. They're
They're just gonna
They-
stay out to the end.
they rather want to stay out on old tires rather than gamble and go for slicks.
But
So
here's my thing.
and Brooks
They could.
Thax could box for some new inters and come out just behind Alan and try and get ahead of him. But it's a bit too late now.
But yeah, he
It's
only
on
has
lap
one lap
24.
after that.
Too late.
There
It's
will
too
be a
late.
race.
It's too late. It's too late. He will lose first position, and one lap won't give him
And Maxi,
enough time to catch
he's
up.
been gaining consistently. He's been able to put in some pretty good laps, but just not enough.
Can I get the final lap commentary on this?
Yeah, sure.
Because
All right.
Alright.
okay, yeah.
So, Fax now approaching
Mhm.
the last sector of the track to start the final lap, and anything can happen final lap.
Anything,
well,
yeah.
Like
Just keeping
crash,
out of the way at
disconnection,
any
spin.
possible point, and look at that. In the Black Bison, he's been leading the championship. He's won the last 2 races. He got a bit of a slide on. But what are you to expect? These
Yeah.
tyres are
Into the
extremely
final
old.
lap.
And into the final lap. Well, here we go. 15 seconds ahead of Alan and 23 seconds between Alan and Matt. I mean, what a race. Chaotic one as well. And us in the commentary table thought the track is dry, but it looks like it's still 36%?
Yeah.
Pretty saturated.
Yeah. It doesn't look like a wet
Ooh,
race at all, but
wow.
apparently it
And
is.
that's a
And
full
yeah,
cut
that's a
penalty
slight
for
there
him.
from Tax.
Right.
Penalty for him, yeah. He is going to cost him some time, but obviously that won't matter because he's, 16 seconds ahead of Alan. The first win of his was in France, and then the third win, 2 wins in a row. That was in Baku. And now after a pretty upsetting Q2, he's rocked up back into the top step as he's approaching the final few corners here in Sector 3.
Yeah.
Red Bull, we have a pretty dominating race session here.
Yes.
Final gaps, 14 seconds. Approaching the final corners now. He's going to put it full throttle onto the finish line. Make it 3 wins in a row. He wins in Moss. Tax wins the Czech Republic Grand Prix.
Brilliant win for him. He just showed how well he can manage his tyres. It's been a consistent thing. Ooh, and that's Alan just losing
and now
it
we have a
on the
slide,
finish
yes.
line. But
It's like
that's
we
just
drifting.
about enough for
It's like we
him
drifting all
to go
yeah.
and get to the line.
that
He's been pulling off some amazing
was a cool,
driving there.
close call. But
Oh,
That's Matt. What's
guys,
happened
we
to
are
Matt at the
collecting
line
points.
there?
Oh, and there's a
Has Matt
flip from Maxi. Max
disconnected
just
just
flipped.
before the line?
just before the line. Oh no.
And Maxi,
What?
look at Maxi. It's like-
Well, and yeah, Matt was third. So it's a third place for him. The 2 championship contenders, 1 and 2 this season. It was Thax Allen on the first race. It was Alan Thax on the first race of the season. Now it's Thax Allen on round 4.
Absolute cinema. Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
That was a brilliant race.
So-
I'm being honest there. That was.
Yeah, that wobble from Alan though.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It was fully
that was
wet
the best
though,
race.
after a quite dry qualifying. That was very interesting, but in the end of it, it was just a brilliant showing from
We know who
Thax.
won.
3 in a row
Yeah.
from him.
The rain is kind of nowhere. Yeah.
Anyway, thank you all for watching the stream. I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time for another Dose of Action round 5. I believe
Yeah.
is going to take place in Las Vegas,
Yeah.
in Sin City. See you there. It's been A350 fan, Pearls, and I keep the commentary below.
We're all gonna
See you
get
there.
high.
Goodbye.
Yeah. You won't see
Goodbye,
me there
everyone.
though. I'll be driving. All right.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
driving. Oh my god.
You'll see
We're
me
all
on the
gonna
track
get
the
high.
next time, and you'll see
It's
these
Las
in the
Vegas.
commentary box for the next race in
He-
Las
he will
Vegas.
crash.